In 2025, artificial intelligence basically learned to see, speak, and reason within, reason. And we spent the last 12 months impressed by what the tools can do. But as the next year comes around, 2026, well, the question is no longer what can the machine do? The question is what is left for you to do? And the answer? Well, the answer isn't nothing. The answer is direction. See, in an age of automated answers, the ability to ask the right questions is the ultimate differentiator. See, if you want to thrive next year, you don't need more apps. You need a cognitive upgrade. Hi, I'm Alan Stafford, and these are the 10 thinking protocols you need to survive and thrive in 2026. All right, starting at number 10, which is the hardest one for the ego, is truth-seeking over tribe signaling. Basically, we're all biologically wired to agree with our tribe, so to speak, whether that's political, social, or professional. The brain treats social rejection like physical pain. But in 2026, echo chambers, our tribes, but they're going to get tighter. So the skill you need is the ability to look at data that contradicts your team and accept it anyway. See, if you care more about being right than being accepted, you become what's known as dangerous to groupthink, to lazy consensus, and to comfortable lies. And number 9, that comes from the Stoics, the Stoicism philosophy. See, it's called the Pre-Mortem mindset. And most people set a New Year's resolution and visualize success. What I want you to do is something counterintuitive. I want you to visualize failure. This is what's known as the premeditatio malorum. I hope I said that right. It's Latin for the premeditation of evils. See, look at your plan for 2026 and ask, it's December next year already, and I failed completely. Why did it happen? Did you get distracted? Did you run out of cash? See, by identifying the failure points now, you can neutralize them before January even starts. We're going to do a deep dive on Stoicism specifically for 2026 in just a few weeks, so make sure you subscribe for that episode. Number 8 is strategic patience. See, we live in an instant gratification world. You type a prompt, you get an essay. You tap a screen, you get dinner. This atrophies, basically shrinks your ability to wait. The winners in 2026, well, they're going to be the ones who can hold the tension of a complex problem for days, weeks, heck, even for months without rushing to a shallow solution. So in a world of speed, patience, that is a competitive advantage. And number 7 is algorithmic literacy. See, you need to stop consuming content passively. When a video, a tweet, or a news article makes your blood pressure spike, you need to pause and ask, why was this served to me? See, recognize that algorithms prioritize engagement, not truth. If it makes you angry, it's usually making someone else money. And my response to that is, don't be someone else's puppet. Number 6 is a neuroscience favorite, emotional granularity. See, most people only recognize 3 emotions: happy, sad, and pissed off. That is what's called low resolution data. You need to upgrade your sensor, so to speak. So are you angry or are you feeling dismissed and undervalued? See, those are 2 very different problems with 2 different solutions. High resolution emotion leads to high resolution problem solving. And we're going to be diving into emotional intelligence versus just general intelligence come February. So make sure you subscribe to catch those episodes. Number 5 is the antidote to a toxic internet. It's called steel manning. Talked about this on several of my other videos. And this is the opposite of straw manning, where you build a weak version of your opponent's argument to destroy it easily. See, steel manning is the ability to articulate your opponent's view better than they can before you argue against it. It requires intellectual honesty. It wins respect, people, and it's the only way to actually change a mind. And number 4 is nuance mining. See, the world wants you to think in binary, black or white, left or right, good or evil. Reality is almost always in the gray. See, the skill for 2026 is the refusal to accept a binary choice. If someone forces you to pick a side instantly, reject the premise. Dig for the third option. And number 3 is cognitive flexibility. This is often called the OODA loop: observe, orient, decide, act. And it was developed by military strategists, but it applies to your business and life as well. See, how fast can you abandon an old idea when new data arrives? See, if the market shifts in March, Are you still running your January strategy in June? Speed of adaptation beats raw strength every single time. And I've got a complete full breakdown of the OODA loop coming up in mid-January. Make sure you subscribe to catch that as well. Number 2, if you only remember 2 things from this list, this is the one I want you to remember: attention, sovereignty. So your focus is a finite currency. In Silicon Valley, well, they spend billions of dollars trying to steal that from you. Reclaiming your focus, well, it's not about productivity, it's about neurology. So every time you doom scroll, you're basically training your brain to be distracted. You're wiring yourself for failure, in other words. So in 2026, the ability to sit quietly and do deep work, well, that's going to be as rare and as valuable as a superhero's superpower. And finally, folks, number 1, which is what I call the master key. See, if you can't do this, the other 9 skills, well, they're not going to matter. And it's called first principles thinking. See, most of us reason by analogy. We do things because, well, that's how it's done in my industry, or that's how my parents did it. We copy, we tweak, we iterate. But when the world changes as fast as it is right now, copying, well, that doesn't work. See, you have to be able to strip a problem down to its fundamental truths, the physics, the raw data, the biological reality, and build a solution up from scratch from there. See, Elon Musk didn't build SpaceX by copying NASA. He looked at the raw cost of aluminum and fuel. The same thinking applies whether you're launching rockets or rethinking your career. See, I believe this skill is so vital for the future of our economy and our sanity that I spent the last year writing a book on it. It's called First Principles Thinking: Build Better Solutions by Starting from Scratch. And that's coming out later on in January. And it's going to be actually the foundation of everything we do on this channel next year. See, first principles thinking allows you to innovate when everyone else is, well, panicking. It allows you to see the path when everyone else sees a wall. 2026 is going to be noisy, noisier than last year or any previous year. And it's going to be fast, and for the unprepared, well, it's going to be overwhelming. But if you can master your attention, regulate your emotions, and think from first principles, you don't have to worry about the chaos, okay? You can use it. And we have a packed quarter ahead of us here. We're covering Stoicism, the OODA loop, and the neuroscience of focus in January alone. So make sure you subscribe, okay? Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the deep dives later on. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm Alan Stafford. Let's think sharper in 2026.